Two Indian-flagged LPG carriers operated by Shipping Corporation of India have crossed the Strait of Hormuz under escort of an Indian Navy destroyer amid rising tensions in West Asia. The Indian Army is undertaking a modernization and life extension program for its T-72 tanks, planning to retain nearly 50% of the 2,400 tank fleet until the future-ready combat vehicle begins induction around 2030. The upgrades include new 1,000 horsepower engines from Russia, integration of thermal imaging fire control systems to enhance night fighting capability, and large-scale overhaul programs aimed at extending service life and sustaining operational readiness. India is preparing to introduce a revised defense acquisition procedure before the first quarter of 2026. Aimed at reducing long delays in military procurement and keeping pace with rapidly evolving technologies. It will focus on faster decision cycles, streamlined procedures, and stronger support for innovation and indigenous defense development. India's Prachand light combat helicopter has entered its full weaponization phase with integration and trials of Helena and True anti-tank guided missiles for precision strikes. The Indian Army is also exploring air-launched loitering munitions under 45 kilograms, potentially turning Prachand into a drone-deploying reconnaissance and strike platform. Naval Group has commissioned a pneumatic ram test facility at the Karwar naval base to support the Indian Navy's Kalvari-Class submarines. The facility will enable onshore testing and calibration of pneumatic torpedo and missile launch systems, improving maintenance efficiency and reducing turnaround time. The Indian Air Force is evaluating hybrid electric propulsion technologies for future unmanned aerial vehicles that will combine conventional fuel engines with electric motors, allowing UAVs to use fuel power for long-range transit and switch to low-noise electric mode during surveillance or target acquisition. Hybrid propulsion can significantly reduce acoustic and thermal signatures, while extending mission endurance compared to fully electric drones limited by battery capacity. Hyderabad-based VEM Technologies is developing the Slingshot anti-drone system, a layered counter-UAV solution designed to detect, track, jam and neutralize hostile drones. The system integrates an expanded ESA radar capable of tracking over 100 objects at ranges up to 20 kilometers, an RF direction finder for long-range signal detection, a jammer to disrupt navigation systems, a stabilized electro-optical payload and laser rangefinder, alongside a hard-kill missile launcher turret, with semi-active laser guidance and a range of about 6 kilometers. India is exploring the development of two types of subsonic cruise missiles. The first is a mass-deployable terrain-hugging missile intended for saturation strikes, while the second is a low-observable missile designed to penetrate heavily defended targets. Both missile systems will have ranges exceeding 900 kilometers and multi-platform launch capability. The concept envisions stealth missiles disabling critical air defense nodes, followed by saturation strikes targeting enemy air bases, radar sites and logistics hubs. India is aiming to reduce the construction time of its upcoming 13,000-ton S-5 class ballistic missile submarines to about 7 to 8 years through modular shipbuilding with Cochin Shipyard Limited. India plans to eventually operate 6 S-5 class SSBNs as part of a sea-based nuclear deterrent fleet that could reach about 10 ballistic missile submarines by 2040. The DRDO has successfully conducted captive carriage trials of the 550 km range Rudram-3 air-to-surface missile from Su-30 aircraft. During the trials, two Rudram-3 missiles were carried on stations 5 and 6 to validate the structural integrity, aerodynamics and system compatibility across different speeds, altitudes and maneuvers. The tests confirmed safe flight characteristics, launcher reliability and stable performance even at supersonic speeds. Today's top 3 comments.